Welcome to the review of Unit 12. Now, common sense tells us that there's only so many places where we can dump used plastic. The alternatives, unfortunately, aren't much better. If we burn it, this creates toxic fumes, which adds to the already burgeoning problem of climate change. And then if we dump it into oceans and rivers, well, that creates a huge problem for marine and water life. At the moment, we already have this huge problem with microplastics. Every time we eat seafood, we are ingesting a certain amount of microplastics ourselves, and it's unclear how much damage this actually does to the human body. It is fair to say that it probably doesn't do as much damage as fish that are eating plastic bags themselves already, but that's not saying much. Fortunately, however, scientists at Washington State University seem to have devised a way in which they can convert PET plastic into such things as jet fuel and even lubricants.
Right, and the materials to make these catalysts are inexpensive and the process is quite simple. Catalyst.
Catalyst.
We use PET in a variety of products on a daily basis, from water bottles to food packaging to even some parts of clothing. So this could be a real game changer. And what the researchers are working on could have substantial positive effects on our environment. Substantial.
Substantial. Are you conscious about how much plastic you consume? And if you had to pay, say, $1 more for an alternative, would you be willing to do that?
I'd be willing to pay a little bit more for an alternative that's better for the environment, for sure. But I'm not too conscious of the amount of plastic I use. I do recycle, but yeah, not as conscious as I probably should be.
So I'm getting more and more conscious of it. I always wince whenever I realize I need a plastic bag at the supermarket, because 90% of the time I bring my own bags. So I try to avoid that. I know that there are a lot of really nice alternatives now. So, for example, people have invented things like consumable cutlery and plates. So these are plates and cutlery that either naturally biodegrade or they're even edible in some cases, which are, creative and interesting alternatives. But I honestly think that the best thing we can do is just consume less. But if you really care about the environment, just consume less. Find other things to do. Find other ways of doing things, and buy local. That's going to do it for Unit 12. Thank you, and we'll see you again next time.